Copied that you got a LOAC message from USOS. Correct.
Принято. 16:35.
16:35. We copy.
Station Houston on 2, we need you in 2.702. This is an actual.
B2702, New York.
Station Houston on Space to Ground 1, 2.702. This is a LOAC.
Экипаж МКС, по Москве в канале СГ-1.
Station Moscow, Space to Ground 1.
2 for the LOAC, for step 2, any specific surfing, we didn't see anything in the daily summary.
Checking.
Go ahead on Space to Ground 1.
Необходимо закрыть люк.
Oleg,
с МЛМ.
please close the hatch. PHO SU-MLM. Please close PHO SU-MLM hatch.
Nothing in step 2. Proceed.
We copy. Will do.
Nothing in step 2, and we're checking the GNC modes on the Russian laptop right now.
Copy, we're following. Station Houston on 2. We are out of attitude by at least 45 degrees and increasing. We want you to run the procedure as written. Rates are stabilizing but not increasing.
We're in message.
Moscow Station on Space to Ground 1. PHO SU-MLM hatch is closed. We copy. We confirm we see it on the telemetry. Go ahead on Space to Ground 1.
And Megan, we're back on Space to
Олег,
Ground 2,
вы
so
можете
step on.
Oleg, please.
движков на МЛМ.
Can you confirm or not whether MLM thrusters are still firing? Do you see, do you hear anything? Stand by 1.
Okay, we copy stable stack pressure inadvertent
We
thruster firing on M.
do not hear anything.
The rates have
But when there was a maneuver, we could see that there were like flashes,
Rates have stabilized.
reflections, as if something was reflecting there, or glares. I can confirm that the thrusters are still firing. They have just fired and we could feel it. Oleg, we did not copy your last. Could you repeat your last? I can confirm that the thrusters have just fired. I just can't tell you for sure which ones, but we could feel it. Right now. Yes, right now. Copy.
Hey, Aki, just to update you guys, so right now we're in a little bit of a tug of war between thrusters firing from both the SM and the MLM, and we're sorting through the best course of action right now. At this point, we have no further actions for you. Hey, Aki, we just wanted to let you know that right now the SM thrusters are effectively countering the MLM thrusters. We think it's, at this rate, it's going to take us about 20 minutes or so to get back in attitude control, but we're going to get more insight when we get commanding back to MLM, which is still about an hour away. Station Houston on Space to Ground 1, we just, for situational awareness, wanted to let you know that we are briefly in free drift while we switched thrusters to zenith progress. Aki, we can report that the MLM thrusters are no longer firing. We are back in attitude control. Rates are stable.
So as everyone knows, we had a good MLM docking this morning, approximately 8:30 Houston time. What we did see around, and I'll give you some exact times, at 11:34 Houston time, we started seeing the ISS attitude start to diverge from normal. So we normally fly a certain attitude and pitch, yaw, and roll, and we started seeing a deviation from that. The crew reported, and we were able to see on the ground with video jet firings from the MLM module. And so that took us out of the standard attitude that we fly in. And what happens is we have gyrodynes on board that keep the space station pointed in a certain direction. And what would happen is we exceeded that limit, and then we went in what we call a loss of attitude control. As a result of that, we handed over to a control authority over to the Russian segment, and the service module engines started firing to recover us in the attitude. So again, we went out at 11:34. We officially went to a loss of attitude control at 11:42, and then we were back in attitude control at 12:29. So first we used the service module thrusters, or SESDOP thrusters, and then for additional control authority, we switched over to the progress. And so we have a number of configurations we have to be in depending on what we're actually doing on space station. And so when you get in this case, first thing you do, and as you saw today, hand it over to the service module thrusters. And then as a team is doing the configurations, we were able to hand over to the progress, and it gave us a little more control authority, and that's where we ended up, and that's what recovered attitude. Actually, talking with the crew, they didn't really, you didn't really feel any movement, and so, but it was first seen on the ground by the automated system. Didn't see, right now we haven't noticed any damage to the ISS. One of the things we do after a dynamic event like this is go ahead and sit down with our structural loads team and review all the data, go pull all the telemetry, and take a look at it and do an assessment. And so that'll be the ongoing and the next steps. But I'll tell you, the initial thing, we didn't see anything. You know, you asked the crew, hey, did the space station shake or anything like that? And the response was negative. We didn't see anything like that. As far as the you know, danger of the crew, you know, right, the cruising, you know, there was no immediate danger at any time to the crew. Obviously, when you have a loss of attitude control, that's something you want to address right away. But the crew was never in any like immediate emergency or anything like that.